Welcome back to the Gen Z Speaks podcast.
Second in-person
Yeah.
podcast with none other than Mr. Miguel.
Episode 39. Mr. Mike here, a.k.a. me. Pleasure to be here on episode 39. Cannot wait to return again.
It hasn't even started. You want to come back already?
Yes, sir.
What if this goes terribly? What if this is the worst experience of your life? What are you going to do
know
then?
what? This is on my bucket list. To be worst or to be the best, we're about to find out.
All right.
Oh,
On your bucket list to do a podcast?
Yes. Hitting a studio, doing a podcast, skydiving I did. So many more to come.
How old were you when you did skydiving?
18. I went 9 a.m. in the morning when you're legal to skydive. I don't know what's the legal age to do podcast. I think I'm legal now.
There's no legal age to do podcasts.
Nah, bro. I mean,
It's just talking,
yeah,
bro.
you're talking, bro.
Nothing
Yeah.
dangerous about
We're
this.
not making you feel uncomfortable, are we?
Unless we radicalize you today.
Yeah, let's do
which, I mean, I don't know.
You guys are a good duo, you know, when you use your 4 eyes and you're looking at me.
It's actually 8. We have 2 in the bag as well. Times
Yeah, bro,
4.
there
It's
you
like
go.
I wear my shields. I can't even block those.
What
Hey,
made
bro,
you want to
got
skydive?
I went to, Oceanside.
Okay. San
It was,
Diego?
yeah, very sunny morning, halfway to San Diego. There was a place in Oceanside called the Hello Betty Fish House.
Mm-hmm.
I had some pork tacos over there. Amazing taco. I love it. It's so juicy,
Can't endorse pork on this
know.
podcast. Sorry.
You can't endorse companies
Yeah.
Oh.
unless they're, giving us
What?
a
So
fee.
he just said pork taco.
No, he said the company name.
Oh, really?
I didn't know. I forgot. My
Yeah.
bad.
No,
we don't,
no,
we
bro.
don't support.
As long as what's her name? off mic.
Beep, beep.
As long as they're giving us some cash for this, bro,
Some,
I'm okay with it.
I don't know about cash, but you know what? My bad, dude.
No,
No, bro. Finish the story.
Just messing with you, man. Yeah, finish. Sorry,
I
yeah.
just feel bad since we just have food at your place, and then now I'm talking about pork tacos.
no.
yeah.
So what made you want to skydive?
Something. I guess I always want to do some adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Something about being brave, being out there. I remember the day when I went skydiving, very sunny day,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're supposed to skydive with someone, right? And because I was weighing over 200 pounds at the time, they want me to skydive with someone who's over like 6 foot tall, and then they have to be over a certain weight in order to carry me to go down.
Right.
So yeah, sure, I paid them extra money. You're a bigger dude. I pay for more meat. Sure.
Pay for more.
So you used to be 200 pounds.
I'm not gonna go into the details, but yeah, over
Yeah.
200.
Okay.
You
Interesting, man.
So yeah. So fun fact: if you guys
Yeah.
ever go out over 200 pounds, you
Yeah.
have to pay extra.
You have to pay extra?
They fucking tax you because you're more heavy.
Wow.
The average weight of American is over 200, right?
Yeah. So everyone's
Oh,
got to.
goodness.
So it's literally like a hidden fee. It's like those trash fees at the Vegas. They charge you resort fees for going to a goddamn skydiving.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, huh?
It makes sense though, right? Because isn't it like a? Well, he has to. You're literally attached to what the other
But
person in
the
tandem skydiving.
The dude is also like gonna do the skydive with somebody else either way. So it's just like he's kind of there, and then he just gets taxed for being.
But isn't it
Yeah.
like harder on like don't you have to physically get someone else, right? You
No,
have to get somebody who's
or-
bigger than you,
I
or
don't know.
I think the only thing that actually makes sense to me for the extra surcharges are the fact that, sure, if I'm more heavy, yeah, I guess it costs more fuel to pump me up 3,000 feet in the air. Sure, I'll pay for that. But yeah, going back to it, what's funny about it is that, you're supposed to go over all the safeties, and then I remember the coach or the person who skydived me, he's like, "No worry, man, I did this like thousands of times. You're gonna be fine." And all I told him is, "I'm ready to die." Like I'm ready.
That's what you told him?
you said you're ready to die.
Well, in a very exaggerated way, as that. I don't need you to sugarcoat things. Come on, let's just speed it up. Let's get the bundle together, and we're gonna hop out the plane. So, and then I guess he took it too seriously. He's like,
Because you have to, bro. You're jumping
Yeah.
off a plane.
he's like, you're gonna be fine. I was like, yeah, I know. And then
Yeah, I know.
and we got on the plane. Very ironic. I mean, I'm sure you guys both skydived before.
Yeah.
And you have that fear when you get to the edge of the plane, where you feel like, oh shit, this person is actually getting me out of the plane, and I don't want to get out.
Yeah.
It's like, what if I got fucking screwed in the back of the plane? Or, I don't know. Thank God the engine is in the front. I don't get it shredded in pieces.
Well,
and then I don't know why. When I saw those first few people get off the plane, they're like kind of like so scared, and then
Yeah.
when the coach actually jump out, when I got on the edge, I actually tried to jump out already.
And force him out.
A little bit.
You forced the other guy out? Like you're...
You know, I'm in the front, right? He's in the back controlling everything. But I'm already had my, feet outside. It's like, I'm trying to get out.
Yeah.
And then I guess he wasn't fully ready, so he was holding onto the bar.
Okay.
And then he controlled the whole process. But
so once you jumped out, bro.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
It feels insane. I had my little, goggles on to protect my face.
Yeah.
But I feel like I want to close my mouth, but I just can't. The wind is blowing so strong.
Okay.
I feel like I'm driving a Bugatti convertible with no front windshield.
So you're comparing a Bugatti convertible without a windshield to skydiving?
Yeah.
Really?
At a full speed. Full pedal. Yeah.
I don't know what that's like because I've never been in a Bugatti, but
without a windshield.
I haven't been to one either. But I imagine that's what it feels like without a windshield.
One thing about Mr. Mike, he loves his analogies. This guy is the
Who
king
is
of-
Mike? Who are you, bro?
Why am I?
Who is this guy? No.
Mike, name I used to use back in school. And Mr. Matt, of course, uses that name ever since.
Of course, bro.
I got no problem with it, but it's just it's a little bit too common. And going to the names, I now go by Ming, right? Ever since I started working, I feel like, hey, you know what? If you really want to get to know me, if you respect me, you can deal with the fact of saying my actual goddamn name, right?
True.
What's your birth name?
Ming Yi Xu.
Ming Yi Shu?
Xu.
Shoot.
Have you ever been on a roller coaster?
Yeah.
Roller coaster doesn't go chew, right? So it goes Xu.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a good analogy, I guess.
Right?
Shu?
Bro.
Did I get that right? I want to get it right.
Xu.
Shoot.
Close. That one is close.
Okay.
A lot of the Americans try to pronounce my name.
So Ming is your first name, though.
Ming Yi.
Ming Yi.
But then E sometimes is a little too much for sometimes people to process.
Uh-huh.
So I make it a little easier for them.
Ming.
Only one note. Ming. Come on. If you're going to F this up, like I don't know about anything else.
Something I have noticed.
I mean, you'd be
about-
surprised with Americans. They mess up the most
A lot,
basic
bro.
names.
Bro, with foreigners coming in, when they whenever I met some, you guys always choose not you guys, but what I'm saying, a foreign
Yeah.
exchange student. You guys choose a pretty simple name, and then a couple years later, what happens is you guys feel like the name is too common.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed this quite a few times. Why? What's
Oh,
the
yeah.
deal with that?
You know what?
Why do
Actually,
you? Yeah.
I thought about that in my head. When I first came here, I know nothing about English, right?
Right.
So if you drop me in the airport, which I was, I wouldn't be able to read all those signs. I have to literally be on a hunt for someone with a Chinese passport and just follow that dude. Because
Is that what you did when you came here?
That's what I did.
Wow.
I was in Denver Airport and
Yeah.
they have the underground shuttles.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know how to ride that thing when I was 14.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know how to read the goddamn station. and then I was on the hunt. There got to be someone with a Chinese passport.
So you came here on your own at 14?
Yes.
Wow. As a 14-year-old kid, all the way from China.
Yeah,
Wow.
it seems incredible at that age, but I'm quite used to it. I've been living with a host family ever since first grade.
Right. Oh,
So-
since first grade?
Yeah, since I was 6 or 7.
Really?
Yeah, so I've been out for a while.
Just in China though.
In China, yeah. So
Okay.
I go to host family Mondays or Friday. I go back home Saturday, Sunday, see my dad. And I see my mom maybe like once or twice a year.
Oh, interesting.
So
Okay.
I'm used to separations,
Yeah.
which is why I choose to come to the States myself.
So it was easy for you then to move over here.
I would say I don't have separation anxiety.
Wow.
Interesting.
But
Wow.
I think, to that extent, I also just want to try out different environment, right? So I remember back in high school when I first came here, back to the airport.
Yeah.
On the way to the airport, on the plane, I fly from Hong Kong to San Francisco to Denver, and then from Denver, I need to take on a car ride for about 2 hours to a very small town close to Kansas. It's called Bassoon. When you do road trips, you're driving down the freeway, and then you see a little train station on the next to the freeway. You're like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
And that's what the town is built off.
Mm.
Probably from the Industrial Revolution,
Yeah.
when they have all the train stations. The town probably have a population of 300-400.
So is that where that was your... So Denver was just a connecting?
Denver is just a connecting.
Okay. So
Yeah.
your first spot in America as a 14-year-old kid was Kansas.
No, it was
Well,
Colorado. It was on the way to Kansas. I think it was about 30-40 miles away from Kansas.
No, but you moved to Kansas, though, right?
No, I was in Colorado.
You were in Colorado.
Colorado the whole time,
Interesting.
but it's very close to Kansas.
So it was a small town then.
Very small town. Maybe, I mean, I'm assuming population of 300-400 people. There's probably more cows and chickens than humans there. So it was pretty fun.
Yeah,
but-
that's rural America for you. Yeah.
and
Bro,
it was-
animals
so
and-
like describe how you felt. Like what did you think America was like before you moved here? Like
That-
how did you think about
that's
it?
a good one. Before I got here, 2014, 2015, it was the era of, literally just doing, what is that app called? You do Skype, right?
Oh, okay.
Things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have FaceTime. I mean, I don't think the connection there is that sufficient to support FaceTime anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So,
back in those days, like
Yeah.
a decade ago. Yeah.
yeah, all I know is that knowing about America is through movies that I see, right? So you'd be thinking a lot of all the futuristic things. Before I got here, I thought there must be flying cars around. I thought that there must be a huge metropolitan with
Okay.
so many train stations, so many bus stations. My biggest fear,
We're laughing because we know the public transport in America is probably one of the worst.
yeah, it's
At least in
well,
LA, yeah.
it's not that
Yeah.
good. Yeah, it's even worse in Boston, as you can imagine.
Right, of course, dude.
So
Yeah. What movies were you referenced? I'm
Yeah.
curious.
just bunch of I like to watch a lot of futuristic movies, and the United States was good at coming out with those movies. I forgot the exact names,
Mhm.
but I watch a lot of cartoons from Disney too. I feel like
Mm.
it's just very advanced, very forward.
yeah, yeah.
And that's why I had that feeling.
Okay.
And when I first landed in San Francisco, or even before I landed to San Francisco, I flew United, right? I flew from Hong Kong to San Francisco. On the way, because it's United, there's actually no Chinese flight attendant for some reason, despite it's departing from Hong
Oh.
Kong.
Okay.
So, being me, know nothing about English on that plane, it's hard for me to order something. So, the flight attendant came by, mid-flight. They're like, "Sir, what can we get you for drinks?" And in my mind, I only know two things: water and Coke. Water is good. Everyone needs water to survive. Coke is not my favorite. I like Sprite. But if you read the Chinese dialogue, Sprite means 雪碧, and Coke means 可乐. 可乐 and Coke, you can mimic it out. People will get it. Come on, there's only like a couple bottles on your card. Come on.
Like cola and Coke, you're saying?
可乐.
Cola. Okay.
So you can mimic it, and people
Yeah,
will
yeah,
get
yeah.
it. Because that's all the bottles that's in front of them.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, but 雪碧 is different. They don't print Sprite anywhere on the Sprite bottle in China.
Mhm.
So
So what
at
is
least
it then?
not that I have seen.
Okay.
So they print like a big two Chinese word 雪碧. Maybe there's like a tiny Sprite somewhere on the bottle. But then I wouldn't know, right? But it's my favorite drink at the time. Still my favorite drink now, despite all the sugars. so
Push your mic a little bit closer.
Yeah.
There.
So, yeah.
There, yeah.
what I did,
That's
Is
a little
that,
too close. Just time. Yep, right there.
I told them to give me some Coke because I want Sprite, but I don't know how to say Sprite. So I drink Coke the whole way through.
Okay.
And then just kind of dealt with it. So when I landed in San Francisco, going back to the metropolitan thing, San Francisco airport at the time seems very futuristic to me. I felt like it was, I don't know, it was very advanced, it was very fast forward, and then quickly after 1 hour, we took off to Denver.
Yeah.
I was very
So you went
excited.
from Hong Kong to San Francisco
Yeah.
to Denver,
Yeah,
and so your connection was San Francisco.
San Francisco is my
Okay,
connection.
and you were like, okay, this is cool city. But then when you went to Denver,
Yeah, that's when
in the suburbs,
it goes down a little bit more, the
Yeah.
expectation. Because I came from a city with a population of a couple million people.
Hong
So-
Kong, right?
Not Hong Kong, from Western China.
So you're from Western China.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the city name?
Urumqi.
Womachi.
It's a capital city of the biggest province in China.
Okay.
Interesting.
And there's a couple million.
Yeah, a couple million population. I'm always very proud to say that because despite no one know about that city
Yeah.
in the United States, but when you say something like it's a capital city of the biggest province in China,
So what's it
Yeah.
equal to, like saying you're from like LA or New York?
I mean, being in that province alone is about 1/5 of the size of China.
Wow.
1/5.
1/5. Yeah, so it's pretty big, bigger than Texas. For
And,
sure.
and how
Oh,
many
wow.
provinces are there in China?
I would say quite a few. I mean, I can't name the exact.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I should
Yeah.
have remembered it, but
No.
no, there's quite a few. There's Cantonese region. There's there's different region that makes different kind
Mhm.
of food. There's the Sichuan region
Yeah.
where the panda's from. Right now the Kung Fu Panda 4 is out. They're not promoting us, what you're saying, and then
Why not? Why aren't they promoting?
they
They're not
should.
promoting the pod.
Oh, okay.
They
Oh, because
Yeah. They maybe you know what? Kung Fu Panda should promote episode 40 because they're on their Ford Series right now.
There you
But
go.
Ford Series. Yeah.
well, yeah, going
But
back.
you're coming
to
back on the 69th, right? So, yeah.
69 or the 70. You know,
70.
Why, bro? Why not 69? That's your favorite number.
I mean, 69 is a unique number, right? Because when you look at the Chinese culture, you look at the yin and the yang. 69 looks like the.
That's why, huh?
Yeah, look at the yin and the yang. I don't know what you're thinking, but
Not gonna lie, bro. That was a good cover up, buddy.
and you know what, America.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. The Chinese.
Yin and yang?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, you guys
You
are
see-
built
see-
on the
see-
same page, I guess.
This is what I'm talking about.
Same wavelength.
Americans say yin yang, but let your mind sink in there for a little bit. If they're black and white and two different shape, I mean they're the same shape but upside down. Why would you say yin yang? That's like I say positive, negative. Instead of saying these two different ways, I say positive, positive. It's actually the correct way to pronounce it is yin yang, right? But apparently, just it's hard for Americans
not
to
understanding.
pronounce it. No, the correct dialogue
Is yin yang.
yin yang. It's not yin yang.
So that's just an American thing, yin yang.
It is yin yang. Yeah, it's an American thing.
Really?
It's like the Ling Ling dumplings, you know.
Yeah.
Just like you were saying, Pakistan.
No, but we
Just like
like to keep things
pronunciation.
simple. Like you
Yeah.
know, it's because we don't like sophistication here.
Yin.
We like to
Yin
say
yang.
things that are easy to do, easy to say.
Yeah.
What did you think? So I know you, as somebody growing up in China, you thought America was very futuristic as a country. But what did you think about the Americans, like as a people? What was your impression as a Chinese person?
You know, that's a really good question because my impression for American people is that, well, first, obviously, they speak a different language. But actually, I don't have that much stereotype towards Americans because right now there might be a lot of news they say about, you know, what happened here. You know, there's like gun crimes, things like that. That might shape your perspective really different, you know. But then, to me at the time, I don't think they reported that many news about the United States. And then, so I don't have something to base off my stereotype on.
So you didn't have any like prior info on like U.S. news basically to
Not
like
that
shape
much.
your perspective on us.
Yeah,
Okay.
which I think is a good thing.
I think that's a great thing. You come with a clean slate and then you form your own opinion.
But what did you? But when you watched a lot of movies, right? American
Mhm.
movies. Did you have any like stereotypes from that, or
I,
you didn't think too deep? Because you were also just a kid, right?
Yeah,
So I mean, I don't
so-
blame you if you weren't anthropologically and analyzing American people from China.
If you ask me now, actually, I would say, based on what I know about American movies, you know, a lot of the movies, I mean, there's a few that emphasize teamwork, right? Like
Yeah.
You watch like the Avengers, but then if you watch like other movies like Iron Man's, like Hawk or something else,
Mhm.
it's all about that one character, right? The one that carries all.
The lead.
It's a lead, yeah. The leadership as an individual rather than the leadership as a team.
Yeah.
Individualism.
Interesting.
So that's my perspective now on how I see it.
So that's how you saw it as a kid. In movies, you were like, America seems individual.
Maybe not too deep to this perspective.
Yeah, yeah,
right,
This
but
is,
now, as
yeah.
you're reflecting back,
Yeah.
that is so interesting, because Americans, like, we pride ourselves on our individualism. Our
Yeah.
country was founded on individualism, so it's
Right.
interesting to see how that translates into movies, and now you can see back on it and be like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Individualism, man. I gotta say, it's obviously I love it. Like I feel like I work best when I'm alone for some reason. But the more I see, like I talk to you and I talk to Alex, and like I hear about just seeing different like even types of cultures, types of people, they work together, and for some reason it just seems more than not that they end up further ahead than the people that are kind of like the lone wolves. And so my perspective is kind of like, it's weird. I feel like I work great when I'm alone, but I know that when you work together, bigger things can happen and bigger, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that it's interesting.
Yeah, because going back to the movies, right? A lot of the Chinese movies, they emphasize on teamwork, they emphasize on grouping together.
Hmm.
But I think individualism have its own unique features that when you're doing it alone, like you said,
Yeah.
like right now you're an entrepreneur yourself, you have to learn the business inside out. Operation, logistics, you know, marketing, connecting with clients, client retention.
Yeah.
So learning the inside of the business, I think, essentially it helps you to become a better leader in a certain sense, right? In a certain perspective. But of course, I think doing teamwork, when you find the right team, when you find the right teammate, no one's slacking off,
Yeah.
then it works too. Like, you know,
That's true.
so I guess to each of our own, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I think going back to it, besides the movie, I think really like what Matt said, perspective. When you wear that clear, transparent lens, looking through the world, rather than wearing like a pre-filtered lens,
Yeah.
it helps you a lot better. Because when I went to Colorado, it was the same thing for them. To me, they didn't have any perspective on what the Chinese student feel like. I was their first or the second Chinese student in their school history. So
In school history.
In elementary
Yeah.
school,
Wow.
no, high school.
high school.
Yeah.
So you were 14 when you came here.
yeah, 14.
So you were a
15,
freshman in
yeah.
high school.
No, yeah, I was freshman.
Wow.
So I
What
went
was
in
that
there.
like coming as an immigrant to high school?
I have no clue what they're talking about. The first day I got to school,
Yeah.
I was thinking there was a, domestic, local student came to me. It's like, hey Mike, what's up? And then literally ask him, so what's up there? What's up? I didn't get it at the time.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't know nothing. Remember, I was looking for the guy with the passport in the airport,
Yeah, yeah.
and that was tough. But gladly I found someone. So somehow, I'm a big karma person. Somehow it just
Okay.
all links up, and I just survived that round. And then I got off, and then I went to the, the small town. It was nice. I played a lot of sports that year. I did basketball. I did golf. I did football.
yeah.
That's how I picked up my English. I hang out with the domestic students, and then there's also other international students, right? They're from Brazil. My roommate's from Brazil. We played football together, and then
In high school, you had roommates, or
high school, yeah, we live from the same host family. He's also international student.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And was this like an all-white school, high school, or
No,
what
we
was
have
the-
we have a lot of Mexicans. We have
So it's very diverse then.
very diversified. Yeah,
Okay.
very diversified.
That's cool for a small town to be diverse.
Yeah,
Wow.
especially, and I think that's why they appreciate it. That's
Yeah.
why they want to be a school that host us, because to them they're like, hey, you know what? If we're in such an isolated state, from my perspective, right, it would be nice if we have a student from Germany, if we have a student from Japan, if we have a student from South Korea, if we have a student from China. It literally is like the first impression that they're gonna see.
So this town you're in, there was a lot of host families.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
So a town of 300 to 400 people. There's many people, like many students that aren't even from the States.
No, yeah, there. Yeah,
That's a trip.
Actually, you know what? Yes, but I think what's even crazier. What's even crazier is that you get randomly assigned to different city. So this is an international student exchange program, which means when I come here to the States, there's also someone coming from the States to China, or to Germany, or to Brazil to study.
So it's an exchange. Like
Exchange.
for every Chinese student, there's an American student that
Yeah.
also goes.
Because I went to a public high school
Huh.
right the first year, so it was quite a ride. It was nice, and I think honestly my public high school experience is better than, in certain perspective, my private high school high school experience here in California, because I feel like
So you moved. So your first year, you were in
Mhm.
Colorado. You did public high school,
yeah
and then you moved to California
I did
for the last 3 years.
yeah because
And you went to a private school.
because
Huh.
my parents don't pay tax here, so I can't just free ride the public high school forever.
Oh.
so yeah.
So you can't go to public high school because
Not forever, only for a year.
Okay.
When I hold a different visa, but then after that 1 year, I need to change my visa. Actually pay my due diligence rather than just free ride the system.
was it an all boys type of high school or was it?
No, it was actually a 7-day Adventist high school, a Christian high school.
Seventh Day Adventist.
What is that? I don't know.
It's like the extreme Christians.
It was pretty extreme.
What city in
Yeah.
California?
Riverside.
Riverside. Okay, yeah, Inland Empire.
To emphasize on what Matt said,
Huh.
to what extreme level, so we don't serve meat in the school. There's no meat. There's only veggie meats.
Is that part of their belief
Vegetarian.
system? They don't eat meat.
Well, I mean, I don't know how extent. I know they don't eat pork. 100%. They don't. They believe pork is very similar to Islam. They don't. They believe that the
I
pig is
respect that,
very, very dirty. So dirty, in fact, that
I agree.
Anyway, they don't believe in eating pork. I didn't know that they're complete veggies. I didn't know they were a veggie, but
Wait, I'm really curious. So, what was the switch like from public to private? Did you see because obviously after a year and you spoke English, right? Like you picked up the language. But what did you think about the students? Like, were the public high school students, did you see a major difference between public high school students versus private high school students?
I would say so. I think private high school students more so living their little Zootopia more because it's more
Sorry, what was that?
private high school student. I think they live into their Zootopia a little bit more
Ah,
because they're in
yeah.
the bubble. Because a lot of the students from the
Yeah.
private high school that I went to, they're actually, they've been there ever since first grade, right? So maybe to them it's a very comfortable environment.
Mm.
Also, another thing different is that, maybe because they've seen a lot of the Chinese students, so they have their own stereotypical thoughts
Yeah.
towards you from a certain perspective. So it's actually much harder to make friends there rather than the public high school that I went to because they have no clue about you. They want to ask all about you rather than, hey, you know what? This is not my first rodeo. I kind
Yeah.
of know how it goes.
So they're already in their clique, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. How many students were in the private?
Very small school. My class had about 50, 60 people.
Your class had 50,
Whoa.
60 people.
Yeah.
So you knew everybody in your class. I mean, you
Yeah,
had to kind of
technically,
know
yeah.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hang out with my friends from their sophomore, junior as well.
Okay.
Even one of my friends I met with him like when he was in freshman. So
Yeah.
it's crazy because such a small school, and then when everyone's eating lunch, we just all gather around together, and it's like. I mean, if you only talk to your own class, then it's like, come on, you only got 50 people to talk to.
Yeah.
Did you feel happier at the public high school or the private high school?
I guess from a perspective of learning English or being in a more genuine way of making friends, I enjoy public high school, especially from a more isolated part of America. I think that really gave me a perspective of what this part of America is like, and that's actually the reason why I choose to stay, because I had an opportunity to go to Canada or go to Australia,
Yeah.
or any other place, but I decided to stay in the States. So I think I enjoyed it, and then before when I was at the public high school or in that region, at the time, I feel frustrated, right? Because if you come to the States for the first time, of course, everyone want to go to San Francisco, want to go to Miami, and want to go to New York,
Yeah, yeah.
want to go to Los Angeles. So you're like, hey, you know what? It's kind of sucks a little bit. You're in like the little
Right.
bit of nowhere. But then now looking back at it, I think it's the best asset I ever had.
Really?
No, yeah, the people, the family I stay with,
Yeah.
very nice people. They treat you very genuinely.
Yeah.
They take you out on weekends to Rocky Mountains, to Colorado Springs,
That's insane.
That's
go
awesome.
hunting. And then
And on their expense too, right?
on their
dime.
expense. And they're
Yeah, that's
amazing people.
awesome.
They host you actually out of the goodwill of their heart.
Mm.
Because
Wow.
that program, it's not like they pay them a huge amount. They only pay them, I don't know, maybe I'm just
The
guessing,
bare minimum, like
50,
expenses.
60 or $100 per month.
Yeah.
Per month.
That's crazy.
That's nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they treat me steak dinners.
Yeah,
That's the whole
awesome.
price.
Yeah,
of
no,
it.
yeah,
Damn.
they treat us like family.
Wow.
We help them clean the house. We're actually like their sons and daughters. My host family that I stay with, shout out to Kim and, all her family. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Just glad to be here. They're part of my journey. And then, we still contact on Facebook, right? Every time I post something, Kim will, comment on there is like, hey, where is this? And then
Yeah.
I'm just glad to have that connection, to know that I have a home in Colorado. And to me, I think a sense of belonging
Mm.
is always something that I value the most because, like I mentioned earlier, right, growing up, I
Yeah.
live outside on the host family myself.
Right.
So I think my sense of the belonging at the time was my buddies that grew up with me.
Mm.
Was the buddies that I spent like 8-9 years in the same bedroom with. Like we see each other more often than each other's parents.
Yeah.
We brush the teeth in the morning. We go to the school. Yeah.
Did you have separation anxiety when you moved to Riverside? Because apparently, as you were speaking, you had a really close connection with your host family in Colorado. So
Yeah, it
did
was.
you feel a little bit of that?
It was tough.
Yeah.
I think it was.
So
a
you
little
do
bit
have
tough.
separation anxiety.
do.
You know,
I guess
all
to-
of us do to some extent. I feel like, yeah.
to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But I think for me,
You
I
yearn for somebody to love you.
Huh?
You yearn for somebody to love you, and then when you do have
Yeah.
that, like you love somebody and they love you, just like family, and these people obviously cared about you. You know what I'm saying? That's when it happens. Versus, we can talk about Riverside in a minute. I think the story is a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Right.
I think I think there's always the double blade of life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sure,
Yeah.
I get all the practice of my English. I learned so much things. I mean, actually in high school in Colorado, they bring you to a workshop and you learn how to do all the cutting, what is that thing called? You put the two metal together with one of the other
Weld?
metal. Yeah, you do the welding.
Oh, they taught you how to weld as a freshman?
yeah, it's
Oh,
cool.
that's pretty
That's
cool.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're giving you technical skills in Colorado as a
Absolutely.
freshman.
I know how to weld to this date.
That's
You know how to weld.
I know how to weld.
that's unheard of in California.
Right?
That doesn't exist.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
I
that's-
wish they taught like welding classes more, like not welding specifically, but
Well,
like
handyman,
technical
yeah.
classes. Yeah,
it's
because
just so
those are
cool.
skills that nobody teaches you, but you really like desperately need in life as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather learn from a reputable teacher than I don't know having a welding machine on my hand and watching YouTube.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a teacher taught you to weld as a freshman in high school in Colorado.
Yeah,
Wow.
you go to a workshop, you weld, you cut, you do a lot of handwork. You know they have those cool little buckle in the Midwest where you ride
Yeah.
Yeah.
put on your belt the buckle.
Yeah.
You have like a little machine with a vibration. You do your own carving. You do your own design on the
Oh,
metal.
that's sweet.
I actually made one for my dad.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you make your own clay too. They let you make your own clay. It was a very fun class.
That is sweet.
I was
So it
glad I
wasn't
wasn't-
just welding, then it was like clay making, welding,
Oh, yeah.
woodwork?
everything. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, and it's just amazing, and that's why I miss Colorado. I feel like
Yeah.
it's such a free land. It's like people are nice to each other. They're very genuine to you.
Yeah.
Because if they want to help you, they actually would help you.
Yeah.
Right. So it's not like so much sugarcoating things. And it's being in such a small town, you have your advantage because the town is so small. This is the disadvantage. You have to actually drive 20 miles just to get gas. Go to a safe
20
road.
miles.
Yeah. Go
Okay.
to a city called Burlington.
Burlington. I've heard of that city.
Probably-
That's a bigger city.
2,000-3,000 people there, maybe,
Yeah.
or a couple more thousand. And then you go there to a safe where you get gas, you get groceries. So, but being in a small city, you have not a city, small town, you have that advantage of feeling very safe. Like everyone knows everyone. Like whenever after we go hunting, with the host family, after they clean the gun, they'll just leave it by their front door.
Would you hunt with them?
I go with them, yeah.
You've killed deer?
I can't pull the trigger myself because I was underage and the
Oh, okay.
liability.
Yeah, yeah.
But I did go with them.
Nice.
The entire trip, they go hunt those very special birds in the bushes
Yeah, yeah.
and then sell the tail. So
That's really
That's
cool.
no.
See, I think there's such a in America. So I mean, me and Matt, like we kind of grew up in the suburbs of LA,
Yeah.
but the suburbs of Los Angeles are huge, and there's not that sense of community that there may have once been. So
Yeah.
hearing about your experience in Colorado
yeah.
and how tight knit of a community that is, that's all news to us because it feels like, at least in the suburbs of Los Angeles, everybody just lives on their own in their own house, and like nobody really talks to their neighbors.
That's true.
I think that's a very like LA thing in general. Everyone's
Yeah.
kind of in their own bubble.
Yeah,
Everyone's
but,
kinda-
but what, even in the
yeah.
suburbs, that's what I like.
I think, bro, I mean, the suburbs always known as like, you talk to your neighbor, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I think we're just in a different time right now, bro, where it's like everyone's just in their own space. I mean, the thing is, bro, maybe we live in Cerritos and Downey, but do we hang out in Cerritos and Downey? Most of the time we don't,
Yeah, I mean sometimes.
We do, like when
Yeah.
we're working.
But you talk to your neighbors, right? Like not as much. Right?
One neighbor.
Just one.
One neighbor.
Not nobody else.
No.
And how long you live there for?
Going on 9 years.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas in Colorado, the suburbs, right,
Oh, yeah,
the small
everyone-
town,
everyone-
it's a big community,
Yeah.
which is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like the people you live right next door to are supposed to be your family, essentially.
They should. an
They live right
extension.
next to
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Do you
They're an
talk to your
extension of
neighbors?
your. Hi, hello. That's it.
Yeah, same, right? But
Yeah.
do you have any like formal like relationship type deal with them?
No.
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 Never been to dinner at their house. Never done stuff like that.
So in the house that we used to live before, yes.
Okay.
But in the other house that we've been living in for 5 years now.
5
we haven't-
years?
Yeah.
Have you in Irvine?
No.
That's what I'm saying, dude. This
Wait.
is a very like
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's the thing, bro.
Because it's not like
I don't know, bro.
it's not like a war happening.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
It's a very
Actually, if there was a war happening, there'd be more reason to be family because you have to look
Yeah.
out for each other.
It's a strange phenomenon, bro.
Yeah.
It's actually because we're all like living like. It's not like we're mad at each other either, right?
Yeah. Nothing.
It's
I have no beef with my
Yeah.
next door neighbor.
I don't know what's going on, dude. But you know what I did notice, bro? At least from like my parents and then to like my generation, what I've noticed a lot, dude, is they were very friendly. Like maybe too friendly with everybody. And a lot of conflicts arise and maybe they did things they shouldn't have done and they learned a lot of things. And, that kind of happened, right? And so at least with my parents, my family called me the bubble boy.
The bubble boy.
Yeah, my extended family, my cousins, they call me Bubble Boy because my mom and dad wouldn't want me going out. They didn't want me getting dirty. They didn't want me they were just afraid of me going through maybe similar experiences they went through. And so it was like stranger danger. Like that was kind of like my childhood up until like maybe my sophomore, junior year of high school.
But aren't you riding like dirt bikes all around? Like you were wild and out.
Yeah, that's true. But it didn't mean like my mom, bro. She did not like that, dude. Up until I was like 4 or 5. So check this out. It was so bad, like, because my grandpa had 23 acres in Hemet Temecula area, right?
That's insane.
It's a lot of acreage, and so he got it so all the kids can go out dirt bike and like just have fun with each other, have a childhood,
Right.
and like it was the shit, dude. Like we had the most fun. We always talked about these experiences now even, but. Like when we started, like I started riding dirt bikes when I was 4 years old, and up until 4 years old, I had never like scraped a knee, never like played in the dirt like a normal, like stuff like that.
Mhm.
And so when I started doing that kind of stuff, I had a major eye sensitivity problem. I would always get styes. I would always get pink eyes. There was a point when I was like 6 or 7, I had 2 styes or pink eyes, and I couldn't open my eyes for a week.
Wow.
So all this stuff like kind of added up to like this weird things. But my whole point of saying this, right, is I feel like this is like a very like you moved here 7th grade, right?
Yeah.
Middle 7th grade, right? You moved here, and like if your parents grew up here too, I think they may have similar experiences where they kind of just try to protect us more.
Yeah.
And that protection maybe goes a little too far sometimes, maybe not, but
So you think the reason why
yeah.
a lot of Americans don't talk to their neighbors right now is
Yeah.
because a generation ago
Yeah.
neighbors were very close and like things got messy. Is that
Maybe-
why? That's what
well,
one.
Maybe not messy. I'm just saying like
Yeah.
I think things sometimes they branch too far out. And so what I'm trying to say
They started
is
making families with their neighbors. They could literally extend.
yeah, literally extending. No,
Let's
bro,
make
I
a
just think that
dynasty down
A
the street,
dynasty?
the whole block.
the dynasty of Downey. I think they just felt like everything was too friendly.
Yeah.
And bad shit happened when things got too friendly. Like when you're hanging out with 20 guys and you're kind of probably going to do stupid shit.
Well, I think as we're talking about this, something struck me, which is
Mhm.
I think one of the reasons why depression rates and loneliness rates are so high in America
Yeah.
is because we don't talk to people that live right next to each other.
Isolation.
It
Social
is,
media.
yeah, social media is part of it, but I also think like imagine if your next door neighbors, like regardless of who they are, were actually tight with you. You know,
Yeah.
like just forget next door neighbors, like your neighborhood.
Yeah.
They're all super tight. You're all going to each other's houses. You wouldn't need to go on social media the whole time. I think part of the reason is because in
Mhm.
your surroundings, in your close proximity,
Mm.
you're not socializing with the humans around you. You
Yeah.
know, I think if that started to happen more, maybe people would go on social media less. It's not going to completely go away because let's be honest, it's a new fabric of society, social media.
Yeah.
It's not going away. It's the new future. It's here.
Yeah, honestly, bro, I get what I get the logic. I don't completely agree, dude. Because the thing is, bro, like majority of us have friends, right? I
Yeah.
think like loneliness is at all-time high.
What do majority of people have friends? That's the question though, because I don't think they do.
Maybe.
Define
You don't think
friends.
so?
No, I
I
don't
don't think
think.
majority of people have friends.
So define demographic of people, because we're like Gen Z, 23,
Yeah, yeah.
right? We like in our age demographic. Obviously, people are more likely to have friends because they're
Yeah,
in
yeah.
college or they graduated college. But I think the average American right now does not have that many friends.
Do you think the average American has a buddy they can reach out to
I don't know.
once a week, twice a week?
You know, I was reading. I don't know
Uh-huh.
what it was I was doing, but I was reading into this.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on this, but like according to research, most people in America don't have that one person that they could talk to.
Wow.
That's a different thing.
Not
though.
even their therapist, because
But no,
people
no,
lie to their
like,
therapist.
True, but I'm not saying like to talk to, but like, hey, dude, let's go grab some boba. Let's go hang out. I think I'm sure at least one.
I hope
a
so.
cousin,
Yeah.
a sister, a brother.
I hope most
some-
people
a
have that.
uncle, you know what I'm saying? Somebody they can reach out to. So like my whole thing is, dude, I don't think it's because of that. Because I think majority of us, high majority of it, have somebody to say, hey, dude, let's go hang out, and then just shoot the shit. Like,
Yeah. I
maybe
hope you're
not,
right. No, I
maybe
hope you're
not.
right. Yeah.
maybe not. But like, if majority of us do have that person, why are we still going on social media and glamorizing everybody else's lives? I think it's more of a human nature thing, more than that, bro.
Well, I think as humans we're curious. What makes us want to go on social media
Yeah.
is we're curious about other people, and looking at other people makes us forget about our own problems, right? Like
Right.
we live vicariously through the other person.
Right.
Now this can go vice versa, but I think people who go on social media to validate themselves, or like it's just like it kind of fixes.
Mhm.
If you have any kind of problem, social media has an answer. If you feel happy, you can find a happy thing.
Absolutely.
If you're sad, you can find a sad thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like it has everything for everybody at all times.
Yeah.
You know,
Instant
it's like a
gratification.
genie almost, right? Like, did you say
It's
so?
like a genie,
Like
dude.
social media,
And
yeah.
the fact is that you can literally look at someone's profile
Yeah.
and you don't have to encounter with them. Like you said, curiosity, right?
Yeah.
If you're curious about someone, you
Yeah.
click on their profile. You never have to talk to this person. This person doesn't know you at all.
Bro, is that insane or what?
That is crazy.
How many, honestly, all of us go on social media and somebody follows you and you don't follow back, you don't even interact with them. You go on their profile, who the fuck is this guy? And then you go down to 2012, their first photo, and it's like, that's kind of weird, bro. That's
That's
kind of
nuts.
weird.
And you know the strange part is when you go on social media and look at somebody's profile, like you can essentially know everything about them
Everything.
without ever talking to them.
Yeah.
So someone's
There's no
post goes
mystery
back
to them
12.
anymore.
Well, no,
For a
there
lot of
is.
because public versus private profiles.
The
yeah.
mystery is the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Nobody posts the bad stuff,
Yeah.
right? People post maybe death and whatever and stuff like this,
Mhm.
but they don't post like their innate problems that we're all going through.
Yeah.
People don't post their loneliness.
Why is that?
like you?
Because people
Yeah.
do post that sometimes, but then it's like I feel like they're looking, because when I see that, when I see like
Yeah, yeah.
somebody crying, maybe this is bad.
They're looking for sympathy.
Yeah, are they looking for pity?
I think there's people.
I feel like
that,
that's the
bro.
culture on social media. Like anytime anybody posts something sad
Yeah,
or they're
yeah.
crying, we people of consumers of social media feel like they're looking for the pity. They're looking for the
Mhm.
sympathy.
I agree.
Attention.
Yeah.
Why is that though?
I think attention?
You know, I think to extend on that topic, social media, you know, like you said, what do people want through the post they posted, right? And I think to extend on the topic, when you look at someone's post, let's just say someone's posting food a lot, like myself. Maybe it's because, you know, I don't eat that interesting of food in my morning time. Maybe I eat oatmeal every morning. And then when I have like a very nice Chinese food, American food, you know, different food, yeah, sure, I want to take a picture. I want to put on my Instagram or something. Or maybe like, you know,
But what's the reason?
I think it's to record the time that you don't often share. You know, it's like you drive to work every morning, right? But it's not like you take a picture of your steering wheel every morning before you go to work, because it's a norm.
You don't do that?
I don't do that.
Why not, man? You should be doing. No, I do that every day.
You know, for
My
real?
Nissan Rogue. Here's me. No, I work remotely, bro. I don't
good
even
for
step
you.
into the car. Sorry, I cut you off. Continue. Yeah.
You're good. No, I think social media in a sentence, you know, you can also observe what this person is lacking, right? You know, if this person, like you said, is posting something that's more towards, you know, hey, I'm crying, I'm going through a hard time, I'm going through a tough stuff, I'm posting all the Joji songs. You know,
I don't know what Joji is, bro.
Yeah. What is that?
you guys never heard Joji?
Nah.
Okay, look him up later. I was just talking with Alex about this thing. His concert is so expensive.
Yeah.
And going back to what you
Joji?
said, this society right now, we're in a very sad society, and everyone is posting a happy face, but the reality is, so many people are in depression. So many people are sad
Yeah.
because Joji's songs are sad, and his ticket is like $200 per, you know, like
Average ticket.
average tickets.
Yeah,
And it's like, imagine how many goddamn sad people there are to pay for this. It's like, yes, I want to feel even sadder. It's like, come on,
I think it's not. I
squeeze
want
my
to feel.
goddamn tears out.
I think it's. I don't know if they want to feel sadder, but they want to feel heard,
Yes, I'm just gonna say.
right? So these people want to feel like somebody else feels the pain that they feel,
Yeah, someone sings
right?
the pain for them.
Sings the pain. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't agree with this, but
Well, I mean, go ahead. My thing is, I think we post on social media. At least most people do. To show others that they're having a good time, like they're living their best life and they're happy.
yeah.
It's kind of like wearing a expensive watch, which we don't have to talk about at all today, or wearing expensive clothes, or like, you know,
materialistic goods.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
I feel like
Like the Gucci. Show the camera, bro.
Gu-
Show them their.
My mom got it for me for birthday.
Your 3-inch
I love
heels,
it.
bro.
are those real?
Oh yeah, my mom got it for me. Come on, dude.
Bro, Mike doesn't wear fake.
I don't know,
fake
man.
things, man. Sorry to tell you, Mike.
How much, dude? That's those,
Mike isn't James.
No, I love it.
They look nice. They look nice
They
shoes.
gave me
man.
like 3 inches bumped me from 5'11" to 6'1".
2 inches. That looks like 6.
Yeah, that's a
That is a heel.
that's a
No.
very great heel.
And what's the average height of American?
5'10",
5'9".
5'9".
5'9". Yeah, how
I
do you
think
remember
it's.
so?
It's 5'10". This guy says 5'9".
I think 5'9" or 5'10", something like that. Yeah, maybe 5'8", maybe 5'7". No, it's between 5'8" and 5'10" or something. I don't
Man's
know.
getting cute.
Getting what?
Getting cute.
Cute?
Cute as, you put it on the spot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
cute.
yeah, yeah.
No.
Have you ever posted your shoes on social media?
No.
No.
I mean, maybe the day when I got it as a birthday gift, I'll post it. But typically, I mean,
What makes you want to do that?
because it's for my mom.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a gift
Yeah.
from her.
So it's like an appreciation, right?
Yeah, appreciation. I think, sharing the blessing that I got from my family.
Yeah.
And then, going back to social media, I think really when
Well, hold on. I think the way so
Yeah.
like showing if you get something right and
Yeah.
you posting it to like let the world know, hey, my mom did this cool thing for me. I don't
Yeah.
think there's anything wrong with that.
No,
You
there's
know?
nothing wrong. Bro,
Yeah.
I think what we gotta normalize is being us, being like human. Like we can post cool shit, like if we go travel, if we go eat. But I mean, also you can post like you don't. This is what I've noticed, bro. People when we sorry, I don't know what's going on. When we take like weird photos or our friends take strange photos of us or like us in our natural habitat,
Yeah.
we're like, delete that, bro. Like I don't want that or what. It's like, who cares, bro? That's who we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
Let's just be us.
Yeah.
Like, why do we have to put on a facade? Who am I trying to impress, bro?
honestly,
I don't know. So many people out there.
So many people. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just trying to be like me right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something maybe I've learned over the years too. Cause, dude, we downloaded. When did you download Instagram?
2014,
Like junior year?
15.
Oh, like freshman year.
I think so, right?
So yeah, I got Instagram when I was like late junior year of high school, and so like I wasn't accustomed like at all to social media yet. So this was what 2017
Oh,
when I
you
got
got in
social.
late.
I got in real late. Like I
Okay.
just didn't like. I didn't want to be part of like this. I didn't think. I thought it was fake, honestly, and I just didn't want to be a part of this type of a
You
deal.
don't want to be part of the norm.
Maybe. I don't know what it is. Maybe that, bro. But
What was your first Instagram post?
I think it was a picture of me in Hawaii, like a selfie. It was like
Oh, okay.
like a funny picture of Mr. Van Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was yours?
Actually, I posted, I think, a really cool vintage car I got to ride on back in Colorado.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Like, a little backseat that drops down.
Yeah.
It's kind of like half convertible-ish,
Yeah.
No, I loved it.
Nice.
Maybe I should release that post again. I think I hide it for some reason. Maybe I put it back.
Put it
on.
back. How
Throw
about you?
back. You remember mine? Do you remember?
Oh, I love Ibrahim's first picture on Instagram.
What is it?
Immediately, I screenshotted it, bro. I screenshotted it immediately.
I don't know what I was thinking, bro. I don't know what.
Immediately.
It was in front of a mirror that was like so dirty. First of all, the mirror is dirty. And what am I? I'm posing like it was,
He was
the
like-
most awkward.
He was
selfie.
just like that's my whole point to you
Yeah.
guys. It's like we're posting things that make us feel cool. In the moment, you probably felt cool.
Yeah, I
But
was
let's
like,
just be
wow,
real. You
this
probably-
picture. Oh my god,
You're
so
popping.
handsome.
Honestly, you probably felt that way.
Yeah, I was like,
Let's-
oh my
let's not
god,
even
yeah,
bullshit.
this is amazing.
when I
The
took-
greatest selfie ever.
Dude, me too, bro. The one in
Greatest
Hawaii,
subject ever.
It was like me in front of the water, bro. Like it wasn't even anything like it wasn't a crazy view. It was like me in front of the water.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing crazy, but in the moment I felt cool. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what that's what social media we're trying to do. We're trying to feel cool in the moment. Feel oh yeah, that looks sick. And then like we realize maybe it's not so cool. Maybe it's cooler to be organic. Maybe it's cooler to live in the moment a little bit and take some funny pictures of Ibrahim. You know?
I think as kids, we look for validation. Like we want people to tell us, "Yo, you're cool. You look good."
Yeah.
Like, "Yo, don't sweat it. You're doing just fine." And when we see other people doing something and being appreciated for, we try to replicate that.
Okay.
So maybe what made me want to take that selfie was I saw some of my other friends in high school take selfies or post it.
Maybe.
And I'm like, oh my God, I want to do the same. I want to feel heard. I want to have those comments, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's the psychology behind why young kids go on social media and post is because they want that validation, right? They want to feel heard, like you said.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think sometimes parents think like it's not. They shouldn't overdo the compliments. Like they shouldn't,
Yeah.
over give the kid what they want.
Blow your head up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's important to just be like, dude, I hear you.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to add an extra layer to yourself. Like you are just fine just the way you are.
That's an interesting point, dude.
Yeah.
I think my point of view on that subject is that when I post something, I want to seize the moment, right? I think seizing the moment.
But is it seizing?
I think so.
Why?
I think it's seizing into a can. There's like 20, 30,000 cans in my album that I never open again. There's no expiration date on these cans. But I think
What do you mean cans?
cans as I see.
This guy has analogies.
What
bro.
are these terms, bro?
Bro, Mike is like.
Imagine this.
What kind of English did you learn? What is that?
Analogy English.
I feel like you watched like a mafia movie. You're like, you want to go to this? You want to see these cans I just bought?
I'll put you guys in the cans. No, imagine, you have a factory. You're trying to seize all these moments.
Yeah.
You put them into a can. This can doesn't have an expiration date.
Yeah.
But all I want to do is knowing in the back of your mind, whenever I want to access that exact moment of my life,
Yeah.
I can go back in the time and I can access it. Maybe can is not the correct term. Maybe it's like a time machine to you. But it's a time
I
machine
get what you're saying. Yeah.
that the seed is collecting dust that you're not going to sit on there. But I think knowing there, it gives you that piece of, security in your mind. Seizing the moment. And so many things we do is about seizing the moment. So many activities that we do, hobbies that we do.
I think it's relishing in the moment.
relishing the moment.
That's more. I think seizing the moment is when we actually are sitting there and we're embracing it. Like, I mean, we struggle with this a lot. We take lots of pictures, bro. We take lots
Speak
of pictures.
for yourself.
No,
Speak
bro.
for yourself.
If I would,
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
I feel like I've been to talk to myself seeing your story.
If I could
Bro.
release the footage we got of you in Japan,
if I could release what my eyes have seen of this man,
it's
if I could see
documented.
what my eyes
It's
have seen-
documented,
See,
bro.
that's what I'm saying.
This
He documents
guy-
everything.
This guy
This
will
guy
go. No,
documents
bro.
everything.
Okay, listen. He will go to the, he will just go the distance to get the perfect picture. He'll
I
take
like what
off
you're
his
doing
clothes.
I
He'll
like what you're doing.
rotate his hat 90 degrees. He'll put his sock up just a little bit. He'll clench his jaw.
Hold on. The Nike logo is not right.
Bro, he'll make us wait for the clouds to clear up so you get the perfect backdrop outside Mount Fuji.
Okay, first of all, it was
Mr.
Mount
Matt,
Fuji.
is this true?
Mount Fuji? Yes, brother.
That's a clear answer.
Yes. Mount Fuji. I want to see Mount
Alexis, Jenish, where are you? Back me up here.
Fuji. I'm sorry to say, guys. I wish you would have seen. Okay, buddies, check this out. We're in Mount Fuji. Okay, yeah, I'll admit I had my little hysterical moment. But
if you could see this video that I'm taking over my head.
Let's check this out, brother. Let's check this one out. This guy, we go on a little hike right after my hysterical moment. We went on a little hike. We go up to the bell. We're recording. Alexis, would you mind just getting like a, kind of like a cinematic video of us, like kind of like relishing Mount Fuji? And Alexis, yeah, of course. She's like the nicest person. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I know what's going on. Jenish knows what's going on. This guy, Jenish is at the same time. Jenish is taking photos of Ibrahim, and
Yeah.
Ibrahim's going.
I actually
up,
posted
and he's
this
like,
on my-
yeah, he posted. See this? I like that, bro.
Yeah.
This is legit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? This is what the fuck. This is what happens.
It actually happened, yeah.
Okay.
This guy goes. This guy goes and looks at Jenish's phone. It's a fucking beautiful picture. The guy's a good-looking guy. We don't need much else.
Yeah.
He's like,
Something is missing.
I like what you're doing there.
I was living in
Hold
the
on.
moment.
I like what you're doing there. I like it. Let's do the same thing, the same angle. Motherfucker, if it's the same angle, why do you need a different photo?
For safety.
Why do you need a
for
different
safety.
photo?
For safety
Matter of
purposes.
fact, trim the tree a little bit too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Did you wait for the clouds to clear too?
No.
The clouds didn't clear. They did it. It was actually weird, bro. You can attest to this. It was so strange. There was like no clouds anywhere else.
Right.
But right on Mount Fuji, right at the tip, while we were there, it was cloud clustered, bro. It was only clouds on Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji is like, no, these fuckers are coming. Just watch.
Oh man.
I do that thing too. Remember in Vegas?
Yeah,
I
same
took
thing,
like
bro.
a billion fucking picture
Yeah,
in that
yeah.
goddamn Fontainebleau hotel.
Yeah.
It's like Ross was taking picture for me. I was like, this is perfect, Ross. But
He has PTSD. He's looking at you right now. He's like, don't remind me, bro. My hands are still shaking from that.
And Ross is so easy. I took like one.
Yeah, you just manipulated him into taking thousands of photos. He just said yes.
I was like, here, Ross, I got you. Boom, one picture. Ross was like, yeah, perfect, man. And I was like, yeah, bro, you can help me real quick. And that real quick turned into like freaking 20 minutes.
See, but were you seizing the moment? Were you seizing the LA skyline?
I
Or not LA, Vegas, sorry, Vegas.
I don't think that was seizing a moment.
It wasn't.
I think, honestly.
Or were you thinking about the best angle to get?
Honestly, I don't think it was an angle. It was me.
Can I look cool?
He was like,
You trying to impress someone? Or?
Yeah.
No, I was trying to just.
Trying to look cool.
Trying to seize the moment.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about Fuji, though, we were there for about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
We're inside this cafe, right?
Mount Fuji in Japan. I don't know. Okay, if you don't give any context,
other Mount Fuji is there, brother?
People won't know. I'll guarantee you, like, a lot of people don't know where Mount Fuji is.
And I guarantee they will Google it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. Well, now they know. Japan. You don't need to Google.
All right, buddy. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. Clapping for those audience members, for the listeners out there. Okay, so this is the cool part. So, like, we dedicated half the day to Mount Fuji. So we went to this cafe overlooking Mount Fuji. Like, it was sick, dude. It was actually sick. So it was glass windows throughout the entire cafe. Wow. Like the whole front. And we're sitting there. It was like a bar type deal.
Panoramic view?
Panorama view, dude.
Wow.
Yes. We're sitting at the bar, and they got their matcha. The Jenish and Ibrahim, our buddy Jenish, obsessed, bro.
Most authentic
it's
matcha.
amazing.
It's kind of like a little bit bitter, right?
Yeah.
Can I say Japan's matcha is like heavenly?
It's from Japan.
I got addicted to it. It's so fresh. It's the freshest thing in the world. I know I sound crazy as I'm describing this, but
I'm not. It's too earthy for me. I don't dig it. Yeah.
It's perfect.
I get
think
why
it's
you
perfect.
like it. I get why you like it.
Yeah.
It's just not my cup of tea, brother.
Yeah. You know what happened in Mount Fuji is so funny? Mm-hmm. This guy, he's like wants answers so fast and immediate. When we were in that cafe waiting for the clouds, right, at Mount Fuji,
right.
This guy tells me to ask the lady working at the cafe when the clouds will go away.
What did you say?
I was so confused because I was like, bro, do you want me to ask this Japanese lady to predict the rain weather for you? And he was like, yeah, dude, exactly. So I actually typed it on my phone. I literally, I was like, let's make an experiment. So I typed on my phone. I got Google Translate. I was like, can you please predict when the clouds will go away on Mount Fuji? And Japanese people are so nice.
Yeah.
She actually attempted to predict when the clouds will go away.
Shit.
No, bro. She
pulled up like an hour by hour report.
She was confident. She was like, in 30 minutes, it'll be gone.
Yeah.
That's what she told us. We're sitting there. I'm staring. These guys are continuously eating matcha cheesecake, matcha ice cream, continuously eating matcha, going back. I'm locked in on Mount Fuji. I'm locked in on Mount Fuji. Alexis is locked in as well.
Yeah, he's locked in on the pictures. He's thinking about the perfect picture. He's
How long did it
before
take?
the sun goes down, I need to take half a dozen
I'm so locked in on
photos.
Mount Fuji. I'm so locked in on it. I didn't even realize we were sitting there for 3 hours. These guys had about 16 matcha cheesecakes, and I didn't even know my girlfriend was sitting next to me.
It was 2 cheesecakes.
That's crazy. Yeah. 2 entire cheesecakes.
No, whoa, slices, bro.
Okay.
Entire cheesecakes.
No.
That's like 6,000 calories right there.
No, we're not there yet.
No, bro.
So the cloud never cleared.
Never, bro.
Did you go back to her and tell her in Japanese?
Check this one out. Check this one out. Brother, we don't speak Japanese.
Right.
We don't know the transport system, right?
Okay.
So we go on this little hike up there. This is where I'm explaining. If you go to Ibrahim's Instagram, at Ibrahim.ahmed2k. If you go to his Instagram, his most recent Japan, go to the last video, and you'll see me mocking him in the Trump voice. And what we'll see is, so at this ledge right here, beautiful ledge,
yeah,
legit. Okay, Jenish, he's our stickler, bro. He's a stickler of the group. So
what is a stickler?
Stickler, like he's on it. Like he's got like we're on it, dude. Like if his time's on it, we got to be on it.
So if you guys go on a hike, he's the one walking the very front.
Well, maybe not that, but like time-wise. So this is my whole point.
He likes to be punctual.
Punctual. That's the good word. Okay.
He likes to be is the key word.
Yeah, he's not, but he likes to be, especially when traveling for some reason.
He likes to think of himself as the most punctual person.
Bus is coming at 8:09 or no 5:09, something like this, right? Like 5 o'clock, 5:09.
Okay.
And Ibrahim, like he's like, bro, let's just go because Japan. This is one thing about them. They are extremely punctual. when the train says it's gonna be there at 8:02 a.m., it's gone at 8:02 a.m. and 0.59. Like that's how punctual they are. These guys are on it, dude.
The bullet train, boom,
But
boom,
on it,
boom.
dude. On it.
Wow.
So Mount Fuji's in a very rural area, right? So system's a little bit different than their average system. But we go out there. He's like, hey, the bus is going to be there. Let's be there. I'm like, okay, cool. Me and Alexis, Janish go. Ibrahim is still up there on the cliff for another 10 minutes.
But no, I wasn't
10
taking
minutes.
pictures.
No,
I was
not taking pictures. But you know what he's saying?
What?
I love you, Mount Fuji, Japan 2024. Non-stop.
Really?
Non-stop.
No, wait, hold on a second. This
How
is
many times
fake
did you say
news.
it?
Fake news. First of all, this is what I was doing. I
Janish, comment. Comment and confirm.
How
Hold
many
on.
times did he say it?
Hold on. This is what my ex is. Okay, so when I travel, let me explain. This guy.
His voice go down.
I know.
Yeah, let me just say,
He's trying to inflect, bro. He's trying to inflect his
99% of the
voice.
stuff. 99% of the stuff this guy said.
He
is
listens to Chris Voss
exaggerated.
too much, buddy. He listens to Chris Voss too
Who's
much. You don't know Chris Voss?
No,
Bro,
What
are
is
you
he?
serious?
I'm serious. Who is he?
CIA master hostage negotiator, and he has a whole book on Never Split the Difference.
It's
You
all
read
right.
this book?
This is all creative. No, I'm serious. I have never read the book.
Never read the book?
No.
Well,
Okay,
he's
what was
all
I
about
saying?
inflecting. Oh, whatever.
Well, I was saying
When you're on
99%,
vacation,
99% of the stuff he just said is exaggerated to the maximum degree.
So how many times
Because
did you yell to Mount
I wasn't
Fuji?
yelling Mount Fuji.
to the maximum.
Yeah, to the maximum. Because what I was doing, here's what what you're thinking of is like a crazy guy just yelling random stuff on top of. No, what I was trying to do. Hold on. So
You
my
were connecting with nature. You were connecting with nature.
yeah, exactly. So, exactly. Mother Nature.
Damn right. You
All right, one
for it.
second. Hold on. So when I travel, yeah, exactly, Mother Nature. No, that's the truth. When I'm a human, I need to connect. When I travel. All right, take a moment of laughter.
Oh God, I love Mike's laugh.
It ain't that funny.
I love Mike's laugh.
I just put that in there. See if you're gonna bite on it. Abraham's like, it's like,
Hey,
yes, nature.
I was just gonna say that because when I travel, especially in nature, like this is my routine. I
Okay.
close my eyes, I take deep breaths in, and then like I take some time, and then I would just like exhale. Like I say, "Wow," or I say like, "Woo!" Like I do that. I wasn't like
That is a crazy guy yelling into nature.
What is wrong with that? I feel like that's like like being
What-
fully present.
What
in the
time
moment.
was it in the morning?
It was in the morning. This is evening, sunset.
Oh, okay. You sure nature's not asleep?
No. Nature was listening, man. It's so. Can I just recommend something? So if you go in nature, if you're
Okay.
taking on a hike, you're going on anything that has something to do with the nature, just try yelling on the top of your lungs and just like exhale. It's the most liberating feeling in the world. Yeah, like just yell at the top of your lungs. Oh my god, I
Whoa.
just burped. Wow, that's all the food. I was.
Somebody's
fasting,
coming up, buddy. Who's down there?
Nature's
Who's down there? Who's coming?
Nature's calling. Nature's calling to take a dump. Right
Oh
after
my
this.
God.
No. I think it's the most liberating feeling.
So you were meditating.
You could say it's a sort of meditation. Yeah, because a lot of times people say meditation is like being silent and quiet and closing your eyes, which it is. But I think meditation can also be yelling at the top of your lungs in a isolated place where you're not like harming anybody, but just like fully liberating yourself and just like letting go. It's so calming. Highly recommend. You were having FOMO as I'm speaking of it. You're
did you know
thinking,
the
I
bullet
wish
train
I
was
would have done
coming?
this.
I'm not even gonna entertain this right now.
Did you know the bullet train was coming?
No, everything. The thing about these guys, especially our other friend Jenish, who'll be on the podcast again.
Okay.
He is very paranoid. So anytime we're traveling, he thinks the flight we're gonna miss. He thinks the bullet train's gonna go away. He thinks everything's going to hell. Like it's actually like it's
so funny.
it's kind of annoying sometimes. And like all of us have a habit of being late, but I'm the worst at it by far.
Okay, this is
So
the
I make
problem.
it-
You're
I
worse
mi-
than Matt?
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
You think this guy's bad? I think he's worse than me. I think so.
I've gone better.
Yeah. I think
I've gotten better
level
too.
1 procrastination. I usually am 5 to 10 minutes late. Matt's like level 2. He's typically like, yeah, on my way, bro. I'll be in there in a second. It's like 20, 30 minutes late.
Yeah.
So how
No, he's bad.
I'm better.
So this is the problem, bro.
better?
This is
I'm
the
a
problem with
little
the three
worse
of
than
us.
him, but
The problem with the three of us is Jenish is polar opposite when it's like when we're traveling at least, right? He's like this, that dude, like we
I
gotta
will
do
say
this.
he's
Stop,
the most
stop,
out of
stop.
time on time.
He's on, when we're traveling, he's on dot, dude. Yes. Like, this guy, bro. Last day we're in Japan. Okay, me and Alex are sitting in the park getting ready because our hotel's 10 minutes away, so we just want to like
Yeah.
breathe. You know what I'm saying?
Connect with nature.
Connect with nature, kind of like Ibrahim, but not quite. A little more
Not to the top of your
humane.
lungs.
More humane.
Just goes there, pet
This
the
guy
grass.
this guy comes up, yeah. Doesn't so he's like, okay, I'm gonna go, whatever. So he leaves.
Right.
We're walking back to the hotel. He's sitting there by himself, and I'm like, bro, like it's time to go. He's like, yeah, it's okay, I'll be there. I'm like, what do you mean you'll be there? Let's go. And he's like, hold on. And he's like, yeah, I'll be there, dude. Don't worry about it. I'm like, bro, Jen is gonna go ape shit. And he's like, bro. And I told him because me and Alex were walking, and there was a cool basketball court.
Right.
And he's like, maybe I'll go check out the basketball court real quick. It was like a 5-minute walk, 10-minute walk
Real quick.
away.
5 minutes.
It was another 5 minutes away.
5 only.
Buddy decides instead of continuing going with us to go with Jenish to go on our flight and everything, he runs to the basketball court. He wants
I
to
jogged.
hoop with a Japanese guy. What's the guy's name?
I forgot his name. God bless him. Such a great kid.
So
Wait,
he just-
played some basketball with him, man.
What did you say to him? Hey, buddy, I'm gonna just stay with you.
Nah,
While he's there, we're at the hotel. Jenish just starts pacing. He's like, this fucking guy, dude. I don't understand it. He's like, honestly, we're just going to leave without him. We're just going to leave without him. That's what he's saying. He's like, he can stay here. I'm not staying here.
Okay, so one other thing when I travel is I try to play basketball. And my whole trip, I did this in Canada as well. I went to the local gym, played some basketball. I feel like it kind of introduces you to the culture of the country. You know, like I think so. I think basketball.
And this is another thing I mentioned on the last pod. Please go listen to it. This guy romanticizes life in every regard, which
Yes.
isn't a bad thing.
It's beautiful.
But it's over the top sometimes. It's like, buddy, you know we're living in real life, right? Not a movie. We're not in 500 Days of Summer. We're not in La La Land.
500 Days.
La La Land.
Yeah, we're not in these movies,
Ah.
brother.
I'm in my own movie.
So do you actually think that way? Or do you
In what
say-
way?
In the way that you
Not his
say-
way. Not how he's. I think. Okay, so here's what actually happened in Japan.
Okay.
Our flight leaves
Biased.
at 7 p.m. Right, 7 p.m. I remember this.
Mhm.
It's 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
and this is a beautiful, peaceful park. Very relaxing. We don't have them in America because everything is very loud.
Mm.
I'm just recalibrating is the word I like to use.
Oh my god. This guy
He's heard it very.
recalibrating. When he's late, bro, this is what he'll say. He'll say, I'm recalibrating right now. What do you mean, bro? What do you mean you're recalibrating in your room, bro? What are you doing?
You're ready to
Are you
run for
sitting
a
in the
senator.
shower? Like,
Ready to be
You
a
know-
lobbyist. Recalibrating.
So I was recalibrating in Japan, in Tokyo. I was recalibrating, thinking about the life ahead, the life in the past, the life in the movie. No, I was just sitting there, right? And they told me at a basketball court. I was like, oh my God, I need to check this out. So thank God I went because it was such a cool basketball court in the kind of underground basement of
it was
Tokyo. It was like a quick workout. I was there for 10, 15 minutes, shot some hoops. What you don't say shot some. What am I saying? You know, I shot around a little bit, made a new friend. You know,
You
taught
remember
him-
his name?
taught him-
was he a friend?
Yeah, he's
You
a
don't even remember his name.
you know,
That's not a
it's
friend in my
the-
book.
It's the memory that counts. 'cause
Got him.
I feel like I left such a big impact on the guy's life. You know, I taught him really important basketball skills like footwork. You know,
In 10 minutes?
yeah, like
Wow,
I gave him a
bro.
life lesson. I was like, be you, be a
Lakers
Lakers
should
fan,
hire
be
you,
a
bro.
Lakers
What?
fan.
You
Yeah.
can teach these guys this in 10 minutes? Wow.
I
Pretty good.
encouraged him, man. What was his name? Oh my God, I swear I got his name. I remembered it.
I know, dude. You
Th-
were
does
kept
it
I'm
know
really
your
bad
name?
with names.
You kept repeating it. I remember that.
Yeah, because I want to remember his
Do you
name.
think he remembers your name?
Huh?
Do you think he remembers your name?
Hopefully.
Definitely not.
I don't know.
I'm like, who the hell is this brown guy?
Meanwhile, somewhere in Japan, the motherfucker.
Who's this brown cat?
He's like- yeah, man.
So, okay, check it out. Flight leaves at 7. It's 4 o'clock.
yeah, 4 o'clock.
We're taking off.
4:15 actually. I
Yeah,
think.
so I'm actually of the belief system of I don't think we need to be at the airport 3 hours before flight. Jenish
nuts.
believes that.
I believe in it.
You believe that?
You know, I'm taking off this Sunday to
Yeah.
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
My flight is at 10:20.
Mhm.
I'm leaving to the airport at 5:30.
Yeah, see, I'm not of this belief at all. To me, it makes no sense. I've been to the airport many times. I've never been held back.
I'll knock for you.
And, yeah, and
Not going.
when there is a hold
Yeah.
back, people are human. they'll let you cut if your flight is running late.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Do not like abuse this tactic though.
No, of course.
like,
but
yeah.
I don't think you need to be 3. That's my whole point. You don't need to be 3 hours. So Janice actually compromised. He wanted like 2.5. He was okay with like 2.5. Right? So he compromised, but you were still late.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my
This is the
basketball
problem.
experience. Nothing. Hey, you know what? In life, I feel like we stress way too much. If you missed a flight, it's okay. You'll have to pay a little bit more, which is fine.
You're a
I'm
philosopher.
not paying for this guy though, bro. I'm not paying.
No, I'll
I'm not
pay on
paying
my
mine
own.
'cause-
I'll take the next
I'm not
flight.
paying mine because of this guy.
Like, I'm not saying to be like, like make bad financial decisions. I'm not
Pace
saying
yourself.
that. But I'm saying a lot of times we go through life and we sweat out the like small stuff. In hindsight, like,
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad I had that basketball experience because it was life changing in many ways.
Was it?
If that's life changing, bro, I don't know.
No, obviously it wasn't life changing,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
I
it
think
was a
what
core
Abraham
memory.
is trying to say is that life is a marathon. I learned this from one of my friend. Marathon. The word marathon.
I didn't say that. Like, what is this analogy? No, I'm getting finished.
to conclude, right? I think, pace yourself, because so many times these days we all say, "Oh, I'm going on a diet. Oh, this is my New Year plan. Oh, this is my exercise plan." But to be honest, there's no plan. This is a lifestyle. This is a life that you have to live with, that you don't have to live with, that you're comfortable living with. So that's why marathon. It's not about today I bought 0.005 of Bitcoin and I'm watching it 24/7. Oh my gosh, it just went up 5%. Oh my gosh, it went down 7%.
You're not doing that? Because I'm doing that every day.
I don't watch it every day.
Okay.
I bought some crypto and I turn off the notification.
When was the last time you checked your crypto?
I don't even remember.
Really?
Wow.
Well, you should check it now though, if it's been a while, because it's going up.
Last time I seen it was going up. Yeah. So
When was that last?
bought it
time,
like-
roughly.
I bought it like a week or two ago.
I knew this was coming. That's why I asked you. I knew this guy was gonna say that, dude. I knew this was coming. I was gonna say yesterday, a week. Okay.
I bought it like a week.
You
or two.
literally made it sound like you bought it in 2021.
Yeah.
Like when it was down low, and now it's back up, and you haven't seen it.
Oh my god.
Marathon.
All right, disregard everything this guy just said.
One thing about Mike, bro, this whole like system he just said about like, yeah, we take things too serious and all this, bro. If you would have met this guy in college, bro, freshman year of college, bro, I will never forget this. I didn't know this guy. I'm leaving my dorm, whatever. I'm walking to. We're in the same. What was it called? Business. What was the first kind of course? SOAR, right? Or no.
Sorry, yeah, something the business.
But-
flex.
Flex. So there. So at Laverne, we went to University of Laverne. So there was things called flexes, and so you basically get teamed up with 30 students, and you get placed into a flex. And so we were in the same flex. Walk into our econ class. I will never forget this, dude. This guy's walking. I'm walking, and I look at this every morning, dude. I'm looking at this guy walk there. He's got his little iPad in his hand, and he's just like strolling. Biggest smile on his face. Not a worry in the world, bro.
Wow.
Not a worry in the world. He's just like, do, like just.
You ever
straight
watch Tom
tripping,
and
dude.
Jerry? You know Jerry's uncle with a green fucking bucket hat? That was how I walked. You know that episode?
No.
When Jerry called his uncle over? The uncle fucking Tom is bullying me, and then his uncle came and was like,
Yeah, bro. You walk like you have a purpose,
I don't know.
with a smile on your face, not a worry in the world.
I just
happy
felt like
to
I was
be
ready.
here.
I'm pulling on with my polo shirt, with my little iPad, pull up to the class. I don't know. I was very confident. I was very on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On it, I don't know about on it, but confident, yes. It was so, dude. I just will never. I would just laugh, bro. In my head, I'm like, this guy's so funny, dude.
I think sometimes the external image that you're presenting out is an internal reflection of yourself, right? Because if someone is
Sometimes.
not confident, if they're not feeling well, if they're not feeling up,
Yeah.
it reflects out there, like their head is down, their
Yeah,
back
yeah,
is not straight,
true.
things like that. And I think psychology sometimes, even if you're feeling down, but by doing something simple externally, it reflects well internally. Remember that one class that we took? Remember the presentation class?
No.
Come on.
The oral communication. Oh yeah.
Oral communication.
Yeah, during Jan term.
It was so useful.
Yeah.
I remember I got really good grade from that class. But the
Not to me.
teacher,
Do you remember her, bro?
I remember her.
For whatever reason, dude, she had something like, I don't know if it was against me or too high expectations or something weird. Do you remember that? Okay, I feel like I've always been a decent public speaker.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm able to speak in front of a crowd. I don't get nervous.
Yeah.
Like I feel like and especially in school, if I have information, I'm gonna do my research with the information. I know for a fact there was kids there that definitely didn't have the information that they probably should have, and they were acing it. And then she was giving me like a C plus, and I would go after class.
C plus?
I don't remember. To be honest, I don't remember. But I do know I got like an A minus, and I would argue with her every day after class because it was Jan term, right?
Yeah.
So it was only like 20 days we were in this class for it was like 4 credits or something. And so we're in this class, and I'm arguing with her every day. I'm like, I don't understand what you're looking for. I'm up there. I'm confident. What is it that you're looking for? And she's like, well, it's just that this, and just a bunch of excuse. It was weird, dude. It was weird.
You know, I think why?
I don't know why.
Because I think a lot of the students, including myself, when we took that class, because English is my second language, I think we took it to gain our confidence. But I mean, since the day I know you, you're always very confident, right? You know your stuff. You do your research, then you present in that way. And I think to her, that's kind of like challenging her professional, spot. And to her, she feel uncomfortable in a way. That's why she putting you on the spot like that. And you see that everywhere, right? When you go to work, I think feel like, before when you're working with the trucking company, if you're standing out too much as a shiny star, people sometimes they get jealous of you, right? They get jealous of you because maybe you're over accomplishing at a certain age, and then they want to put you down. They want to pat you down. And that happens everywhere, right? That happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Sometimes, apparently, even sometimes, some of your friends, not your close friends, I would say, they don't want you to do better than what they imagine that you can do.
That's a good one.
They don't want you to do better than what they imagine that you can do.
It's a powerful point.
Yeah.
But do you think, why is that?
I think
Is it because
a lot
humans
of
were selfish?
their
Or?
envy. Their envy. And I think
But are they your close friends then? Because if you're a close friend,
that's why I say some friends, not
Yeah.
close friends. Yeah.
There's levels. There's tiers.
There's tears.
Right.
Right now, if we're sitting here talking, then yeah, we're close buddies. I think to that extent, the root of that envy is from, have you ever, when you buy a lottery ticket, a couple of days ago I bought a lottery ticket because it's hitting 1 billion. I'm ready to be in the B club. like buy club, B club, buy, Well, I'm back to work, so
So okay, finish the analogy, bro.
In a very good way.
they get you. Don't worry about
I'm
them. Yeah.
appreciative.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. When you buy a lottery ticket, you're hoping to win, right? No one to buy it to be a fucking loser. And then you know yourself, hey, you know what? It's okay if I lose. It's only $2. But what really gets to you is some guy in the middle of Mississippi won $1 billion. I'm not saying that was a winner, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying seeing that happen, but it's not you.
Yeah.
That hurts you more. Same thing as, let's just say, like when you see something that you could have done, but someone done it better than you. Sometimes to human ourselves,
Yeah.
that's kind of like, I think it crushes you more than you cannot do it yourself. And that's why a lot of people envy each other, because they feel like, hey, you know what? I don't like this person because they done this thing better than I did.
Mm.
And I think it's a normal behavior to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Of course, if it's like getting too toxic, then yeah, probably, I don't know what kind of environment you grew up in, but
Yeah.
I think that's the root of it.
So what you're saying is like your lack of self-worth and your lack of self-courage, confidence, when somebody else may have these qualities, you get jealous of them because you wish you had these qualities.
And I think yes, because getting jealous is normal. I think because hey, you know what? If I see wow, this person is successful, of course, jealous can be in a good way and a bad way.
Yeah.
Right? A good way is that you use the jealousy in a good term to motivate yourself. Hey, so you know what? This person have the success, have the ability of doing things that I don't have. Then I want it. Then empower my will to accomplish it. But jealousy also goes to the other route where you start to blame. You start to find cons of this person. And I think that's what happened to you in that class. Rather than being like, hey, you know what? If I have such an outstanding student that clearly taking my class and he knows all the fundamentals, he knows all the things to learn, rather than empowering him into a next level, why am I picking up all the cons of him? Why am I picking out all the bones from the egg? There's no bones in the egg.
I appreciate you, brother, but I feel like it was a little I don't know if it was that. Thank you. Thank you for the boost. But I don't. Yeah.
I think so. You brought up a really good point. I think what happens in friend dynamics is when your friend gets envious of, let's say, whatever it is, your success.
Yeah.
It's because they are not doing what they really want to do, or they're not successful at what it is they want to do. Because I feel like if you're successful, or you're trying your best to be successful at whatever it is that you want to do, you should want all your other friends to be on the same boat as you.
I agree.
Like if all your friends win, like that's the key. Like I don't think it's fun when you're the only person out of a friend group that's doing well. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like I don't want to look down. Like it doesn't give me joy or happiness to look down and be like, you know what? You're not doing what you're supposed to do, but I am. Look at me. Others. Yeah, like you want to empower others. Exactly. Like I think the most healthy friendships are those that empower you to be your best version. You know, that doesn't mean to get yes people around you. No, that means get people that hold you accountable to your best version. You know, I think that's the ideal friendship that you should have.
Bro, I'm telling you, like that whole saying, show me your closest friends and I'll show you who you are. It is the biggest thing. When whoever it is, when I talk to people that I don't know about my buddies, like because the thing is, I surround myself with people that want to do better, right? That's ground zero, that want to do better, okay? And we put action to it. The friends that I have, we put action to it. A lot of people talk in this world. A lot of people talk.
Lots of talkers.
But how many walkers are there? How many people are actually trying to do it and are shameless to do it? There's not many people that are shameless to do it. And so the friends that I have, I'm always going to talk good about them. You'll never hear somebody out in the world saying, I heard this about you from Matt. It's never going to happen because you have to. The thing is, dude, I don't need to tell you, Mike, that you're doing good. I don't need to tell you that. My job as your friend is to go tell Ibrahim the good stuff you're doing. Tell Russ the good stuff you're doing. Tell other people, right? Yeah. So you don't have to go brag on your own. If you're not, that's the whole thing. We don't need to brag about ourselves, right?
Absolutely.
You need people around you who are so confident in you that they can talk good about you when you're not around.
Yeah,
that's important.
And if your friend messes up, the best thing to do is talk to them in private.
Talk to them
and hold them accountable because you have to have those conversations.
Be real.
Yeah, you have to be real with them. You can't just be like, oh my God, I'm with you. Everything you're doing is amazing. Nah, like there's no way everything you're doing.
Up and down.
Yes.
Just like when we first know each other, we're studying in the study room.
Yeah.
Remember we're taking turns for the little test.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember, but we're taking turns. It's in a group that we have like 5 people, and we always have one person submit first, so we know all the right answer.
Really?
But in return, that person doesn't always get the highest score.
Was I there?
You were there, and it was your turn.
No.
And somehow Matt Sinke was the smartest one, so he didn't want to take that turn because he's chipping in more. And then
I don't know what he's talking about.
What class was this?
It was, I forgot what class it was, but anyways, we're taking turns. and then I talked with Matt because Matt's like, you go. I was like, nah, bro. Like, and then we started talking. I think essentially we reached an agreement. I was like, yeah, you're right. And then we all took our turns.
Yeah.
And I think, going back to it, I think friendship is about just being genuine. And I think, like you said earlier, what we said earlier, being who you are, being what you're comfortable the most, and of course, everyone comes with cons, right? But I think being able to adapt to each other's cons, some cons are something that wouldn't necessarily hurt you or wouldn't necessarily affect you.
Yeah.
But some cons, when you see that you can help your friend to stop, then yeah, you step out and tell them. But then if they think, what's the best for them, at the end of the day, you're the one that's controlling the boat wherever you want to head it to. But I think all we can do is to send a wave over to push that boat a little bit.
Yeah.
But essentially that boat has to drive itself.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So
that's the ideal, I think. Yeah.
I agree. To other people, you have your circles back, but in the circle, that's where you're real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Well, on that note, I think
strong note, buddy.
Yeah, we should end it there.
All right.
We'll have you back on the 6-9.
Or the 70.
Or the 70th.
Or the 70. But yeah.
Or never. No, I'm kidding.
Thank you for having me, Gen Z Podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's been a pleasure. Episode 39 and still going strong. Mike here, Ming here, Ming-Yi here, Ming-Yi Shu here, ready to return.
Can they find you on something? How can they connect with you?
If they can connect with me via Instagram, Ming-Yi _XU.
Spell it out.
So,
Spell it out.
MINGYI_XU. And then looking forward to more to come. It's been a pleasure, being blessed. Enjoy my time here.
Sir.
Cross off my bucket list. And hopefully this is something I'm going to do again in the future. And we have to hit up the comedy place.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah,
So
bro.
It's going to be a good time.
Whenever you want to do stand-up
So
comedy.
taking off to Hong
Yeah.
Kong, in
Yes,
2
sir.
days.
Yes, sir.
Be
I'll
safe,
see
bro.
You guys, thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
All right, G man.
Take care, bro.
Take care.